family called me the poor cousin. Tomorrow, they would call me boss. The annual Hamilton family reunion was a glittering spectacle of arrogance, and I was their favorite exhibit. My cousin Diana's diamond bracelet flashed like a cruel wink as she raised her champagne glass. Oh, look, the poor cousin finally showed up, driving that same old Toyota all around Uncle Richard's mansion. My successful cousins, doctors, lawyers, executives flaunted their wealth, a chorus of condescension designed to remind me of my place at the bottom of the family food chain. I adjusted the sleeve of my simple black blazer. They assumed it was off the rack. In reality, it was custom-made in Milan. Hello, Diana. Congratulations on your promotion to VP. Junior VP of Marketing at Hamilton Industries? She corrected, preening. Daddy says, I'll make full VP by next year. Her eyes swept over my outfit with mock pity. You know, if you ever need career advice, if she only knew, while they played at being royalty, I was the silent architect of their kingdom. I owned 47% of Hamilton Industries through a complex web of shell companies. But that wasn't public knowledge yet. Alexandra, Uncle Richard boomed, approaching with his son Bradley. Still working at that? What was it again? Investment consulting? I replied quietly. What they imagined was a one-woman firm was actually Pierce Global Investments, one of the largest private equity firms in the country. They'd never bothered to Google me. Bradley smirked, running a hand through his expertly styled hair. Must be tough watching all of us succeed while you're still consulting. He said the word as if it were a disease. I simply smiled, thinking of the merger documents in my briefcase. Hamilton Industries was desperately trying to acquire Tech Solutions to save their failing company. What they didn't know was that I owned Tech Solutions. How's the merger going? I asked innocently. I heard there were some complications. Uncle Richard's smile tightened. Just minor details. Everything will be finalized tomorrow morning. Really? I took a sip of champagne. I heard the major stakeholder hasn't signed off yet. Bradley waved a dismissive hand. Some anonymous investor. Daddy's lawyers will handle it. Nobody says no to Hamilton Industries. My phone buzzed discreetly. A message from my executive team. Tech Solutions board ready for tomorrow. All documents prepared for your signature. Speaking of business, Diana chimed in. We're all heading to the Hamptons next weekend on the family jet. But don't worry, Alexandra. We know you're busy. The jet they thought was Uncle Richard's had been mine for a year, leased back to them through a subsidiary after Hamilton Industries had to liquidate it to stay afloat. Aunt Margaret joined us, dripping in jewels. Alexandra, dear, you're welcome to help the catering staff if you're uncomfortable. We know large gatherings can be overwhelming for those not used to our circle. I thought of the Forbes article sitting in my inbox, waiting to be published. Alexandra Pierce, the silent queen of Wall Street. Thank you, Aunt Margaret, but I'm fine here. I checked my watch, an understated Patek Philippe that costs more than their country club dues, although I should leave soon. I have an early meeting tomorrow. Bradley barked a laugh. Another exciting day of consulting. Something like that, I said. Actually, it's about a merger. Uncle Richard's head snapped up. Merger. Yes, I gathered my things. A rather important one. Someone needs to sign some papers. As I walked toward my old Toyota, an elaborate disguise for my driver Diana called out, "Don't forget your place, cousin dear. Not everyone can be a Hamilton success story." I turned back one last time, a cool smile on my lips. We'll see about that tomorrow, won't we? They had no idea that in less than 12 hours, their entire world was about to shatter. The next morning, I didn't just crash the party. I owned the building. I arrived at Hamilton Industries an hour early, bypassing the main lobby where my cousins would strut and entering through the private elevator to the executive boardroom. Miss Pierce, my assistant, Sarah, greeted me. The Hamilton family is gathering downstairs. Mr. Richard Hamilton appears. Agitated, I imagine he is, I said, settling into the chair at the head of the immense table. Has he figured out why his lawyers couldn't reach the owner of Tech Solutions? No. They spent all night trying to contact Pierce Global Investments. Apparently, they don't have your private number. I opened my laptop, reviewing the true, damning financials of Hamilton Industries numbers my uncle had hidden from his board. Without this merger, they were 6 months from bankruptcy. Their entire empire was a facade of debt and delusion. At exactly 9 a.m., the boardroom doors burst open. Uncle Richard stormed in, followed by Bradley and Diana. All three froze mid